Hello, my name is Daniel. Here, this is the podcast of HIV Uncovered, and with me is Jesus. Hello, Jesus. How are you?
Hello, Danielito.
How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm kind of really excited about having this first podcast. So
Yeah,
let's start and let's do something. Let's talk about so many things that we can talk about.
yeah. This is the first chapter. We are a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know how are you, but I'm a little bit nervous for this first podcast. With
I'm fine. I guess because I really do have a lot of experience by now talking with media and stuff. So I would love to know precisely after we have the conversation to see what anybody that listens, their
Mhm.
opinions, their questions,
Exactly.
et cetera, et cetera. So I'm excited.
Mhm. Yeah. It's this podcast. In this podcast, we will talk about HIV, about the latest news, about health, about we will answer questions also for everyone who want to contact to us. If someone wanted to participate or want to explain his history, explain his experience, it's also everyone is welcome in this podcast. And yeah, I think this is the start. This is the first chapter.
Wonderful. If you don't mind, I would like to give a little bit of background information about
Yeah.
myself. Um, Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Jesus Guillen. As Daniel mentioned, I've been HIV for 30 years by now. 30. Wow, time flies. So therefore, I'm an HIV long-term survivor. I'm also the founder of the HIV long-term survivors group. And we have right now more than 2,000 members. I am also incredibly lucky to be part of a wonderful project right here in San Francisco that the Chronicle put together. That it has part of internet, newspaper, and also a complete film that is called Last Man Standing. So yeah, I guess you can say that I do have a little bit of experience working with HIV
Yes.
besides my personal life. So you tell me, and we
Yeah.
can get
It,
deeper into any of those things.
yes. Tell me how was the experience about this documentary about the Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing, again, it is a very important documentary because uh, it kind of showcases precisely what's going on with those people that we managed to survive somehow, that we're still here. Um, and it's not easy for many people to be here because we're living longer, but well, definitely there are many problems and many issues. The experience, it was wonderful in the sense that Erin Alday, she's the person that really started the whole project. She's really an angel. She really put together two other people that they were the people that created the film, and they really, did a wonderful job trying to be in touch with our deepest feelings and problems. So, of course, it was painful sometimes because when you start really talking about your really the most deeper things that you can have in your personal life, you worry sometimes about what people may think about, like, I don't know, like, am I really falling apart? Or am I really, having some hopes to have a relationship? Am I feeling lonely? Do I have PTSD, etc., etc.? And they made it possible to really for us to open up, and
Hmm.
that's not an easy task. So they really did a very, very good job. Again, this project, Last Man Standing, is going to festivals right now. So hopefully it will be in a town close to you guys, anybody listening, and you can check it out.
Hmm. Would be amazing. would be amazing. I hope to watch this documentary in here in Stockholm, because
Yes,
I'm in Stockholm and you are in San Francisco, right?
yes. Right now, we're going to Portland May 22nd. I know that it's going to be in Toronto in June. It's coming back to San Francisco for the Frameline Festival. And I know that it has been accepted already in a couple of other international festivals. After that, after it really goes to festivals, then they will try to make it available for people in different ways, maybe through KQED or Netflix or some other ways. But for right now, it's going to festivals.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice, nice. And then there is another documentary, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's another documentary, and I'm the director of this documentary.
And a very important documentary.
Thank
All
you.
what I can say precisely before anything else is that I hope that people support you more and support the project, because to make the connection in an international, and you can talk more about it, of course, but to make the connection in an international way about all the things happening with HIV now in this present moment is an incredible task.
Thank you. Yeah, it
So
is.
hopefully people in every country and in every city, they support you to put this together, because one thing is to have a history timeline, and one is to really find out what's going on right now everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's completely different. Being positive in United States, Sweden, Kenya, Thailand, or yeah, it's in
So,
every country. It's
so
different.
Daniel, so now is the opportunity to say, what is what you're doing? Tell us about this documentary. Tell us about, clearly, and I know by now again, because you're a friend, you mentioned when I ask you why are you doing this,
Hmm.
and you say because I have to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I have to do it. I have to do it. I need the need to do this. It's something I have to come back to the community, and
so tell us,
so
what do you want to do? What do you want to do with this?
yeah, with this, I want to face two different worlds in this. I think so. One is the world about the science. It's like how is HIV now with all the latest research to find a cure, and in the other side is the society. It's the stigma. A lot of people don't know about this, about the latest research, and the people. I think the stigma is about ignorance about how is doing the HIV right now, and there is a lot of people suffering around the world, and people some people they try to kill himself because they, for example, I made some interviews, in total 20 interviews I have already filmed, and some people were saying I tried several times to kill myself, and because I couldn't find a way. And one of the questions I made for everyone was,
Are you talking about newly infected people, or you talking about HIV long-term survivors, the people that
both.
are
Yeah,
telling you?
yeah, in both sides. And the one of the questions I made everyone was, if you could change something in your past, what could change? Normally, I was thinking, okay, maybe the people will say, oh, I will maybe to I don't know, to use a condom, or to try to avoid to have a dating with this person. But no, everyone said, um, to go to the past and tell to myself everything will be okay, don't worry, because I think HIV changed your life in the good way. What do you think?
Uh, I guess maybe you're expecting me to say that HIV changed my life in the good way. But for many of us that we're HIV long-term survivors, it's not easy. So even if maybe we will not change things in our lives, uh, sometimes it's incredibly painful. Many of us, many of the HIV long-term survivors, again, we live with chronic issues. Like in my case, that I have chronic neuropathy. So it's not easy to do that. For a long time, precisely when I was able to live a more, what you call it, a normal life. I will say, HIV makes me everything that I am. So therefore, I will not change anything because I like myself. I like myself. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
But also, there are some moments, again, that the pain.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about many of my, family members here that they're survivors too. Sometimes it's not just the physical aspects, but the mental aspects of it. To live 20 or 30 years with HIV and medications every day and everything, it has a toll. It really is. It can be a heavy baggage.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand, but it's like it's not the end.
No, it's not the end exactly. But now again, the whole idea that we're living longer, but living longer is not just the answer. We have to be able to live.
Have a good quality.
But
Good
also
quality life.
quality of life exactly. And what we call in right here to grow older with dignity.
Yeah.
That we feel that we're not forgotten, that we feel that we have a place at the table in the conversations, that we feel that all the focus in media and everything is on prevention or PrEP or any of those things, and the young people, what by 2020, at least in USA or in San Francisco, 70% of the population will be over 50 years old.
Wow.
So there's many things that we need to change in services, in, like you mentioned before, the stigma. But sadly now, Danielito, how I call you,
yes, I know.
it's we have not only stigma from one thing, HIV, but also now we have the stigma of ageism. So to grow older with HIV is a whole different story.
Today is the day against the homophobia. Today.
Really?
And it is. And I'm saying in the Twitter, I'm saying also it's very important to not just stop the homophobia, it's also stop the AIDS phobia or HIV phobia.
Sure.
Because it's something. Okay, people can be stigmatized to be gay, but if someone is gay and positive, it's like wow,
Yeah.
it's worse.
Yeah, of course, and the sad thing precisely that even in these times, like in my again, my case that I say again, it has been 30 years with HIV. It's amazing that you still find people that think that they're gonna catch HIV if they go to the same bathroom that you're going. It is amazing that people still, in some countries, precisely they don't want to kiss you or be close to you because you're HIV. And let me mention something precisely now that we're getting to this point that is very, very important. By now, it has been completely proof again, that if my viral load is undetectable and my T cells are very good, it's almost impossible for me to pass you the HIV virus. There's always a 1% or 2%, of course, in anything that we do, but it's almost impossible. So that's one of the things that make us feel better now in our community, that we can, not that we have to stop using condoms or be safe. And again, that's a personal decision for everyone, whatever we do. But at least it gives us more safety, more, and I give it more, a little bit more peaceful mind about the fact that we can be a little bit more free in our sexuality.
Yeah. I forgot to say the name of the documentary I'm filming.
Of course, that's very, very important. So
Yes.
therefore, Daniel,
Yes.
tell us the name
Yes.
is
The name is HIV Uncovered. HIV Uncovered.
HIV
And
cover, guys. So
mhm,
check it out. Again, every time that you see that phrase anywhere, support it, because Daniel
mhm.
is going to try to be going to different countries and different places and be in touch with many people around the world. And we need your support. Again, uh, nothing can change. Like right here in USA, they're trying to get into zero campaign. Nothing can change in one place if we don't deal with it in a whole international level, guys.
Exactly. Mhm.
Everything is connected. We have to work together,
Yeah.
and we are in this together.
Yeah. 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 And I'm in the middle of a crowdfunding campaign with Indiegogo. And there is another domain, it's treatingastigma.com, and they can find also all the information. We reached today that, let me see, I'm taking a look right now, the campaign at Indiegogo, and let's see, view campaign. Right now we have 39%, and but the day yesterday we was in 29%. Yes, yeah, and
Good.
now it's in one day 10% more. This
Mhm.
is this is really good, really good. I invite everyone to enter to take a look the campaign. Especially, I have to say something because in the statistics I can see from which country the people support, and the country number one. Guess which is the first country.
No.
Okay, the first country is Spain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah. It's the first country is Spain. Yeah, we have other, but the first country is Spain. Yeah, I have to say, I'm Spanish. I'm from Barcelona, but living in Sweden.
Sí,
Yeah.
sí, 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 sí. By the way, that's also another important thing. Again, we have to remember again that HIV has many faces, many colors, many languages,
Yeah.
and they are, they're women, they're younger people, they're, many kinds of people with HIV, and we have to really always remember that it has many faces and many colors
Hmm.
and many genders, and many sexual orientations and many religions and everything. HIV again
Yeah.
doesn't respect anyone. Anyone
Hmm.
can catch it.
Yeah. And I have to say, I create also here in Sweden an organization, a legal organization. And I suppose soon we will work for this, and I will have some volunteers to make some events and activities. And I have to say thank you, Jesus, because you inspired me.
Ah, baby, thank you.
Hmm. And I took a lot of ideas to make it here in Sweden
Um,
in the future. But right now I'm focused in the documentary. But it's the documentary is not just the end. It's the beginning. Just the beginning.
good, good.
Hmm. Yeah.
So hopefully again it will be. Of course, this is not the. This is only the first podcast of many to come.
Yeah.
Uh, Again, the whole idea about precisely for me at least to create a podcast is because there are so many parts of the puzzle of HIV. One simple conversation can just simply focus in relationships, in
Yeah.
coming out, in their families, in scientific research. There's so many parts of the puzzle. So definitely there's a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things to really explore.
Yeah. For example, I met your mom.
Yes.
She's lovely, lovely. I love your mom. I'm very jealous. You have a mom really nice. She's really nice.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have a wonderful mother that supports me and
Mm.
that she knows about my HIV status and that gosh, she has been there for me when I've been close to dying because again, like many of us, many of the HIV long-term survivors, we've been really close to dying a few times, sometimes more than a few times. So my mom has been there for me. So I'm very, very thankful. Yes, thank you, Danielito, for that.
Yeah. Okay, let's finish this first chapter. I have to say,
Let's wrap it up.
yeah, if someone want to have contact with us, it's just you have to send a mail, for example, to hivancovered@gmail.com. You can take a look also and write something in the website hivancovered.com. Also, we have Twitter, HIV Uncovered. Then we have the page in Facebook, HIV Uncovered also. And about you, what about you and your group,
If
your
anything,
long-time survivors?
yes, please check us out in Facebook, HIV Long-Term Survivors. It's very easy to find us. And I want to mention just one more thing before we leave. This podcast even is so great because we are making an international connection.
Exactly.
We also came from San Francisco to Stockholm.
Yes.
And this is a Mexican guy, and this is a guy from Barcelona. And we're making this international connection that hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys have questions, and hopefully you guys want to be part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. And one day we will have here in the podcast one friend I have in London, Jonathan Blake. Jonathan Blake is amazing person also, and I interviewed like 1 month ago when I was in London. He was officially the first person in London with HIV, and
Wow.
he's still alive. He's really nice. I was with a friend in his apartment, and we was filming an interview. And for example, there is a movie called Pride. It's an English movie called Pride, and there is an actor. He's making his character in the 80s. And it's also a very, very nice movie. And also, we can try to maybe interview the director of this movie for the podcast. And yeah, why not?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you very much to listen. And yeah, see you in the next chapter.
Yes, thank you. Gracias, grazie.
Gracias, tack så mycket. In Swedish, tack så mycket.